Hey everybody, and Tony here with a review of Puccini's La Bohème with conductor Nicholas Carter, which I saw at the Deutsche Oper Berlin. And this was also the same production I saw 2 years ago, and the reason why I came back to it was because this was the very first time I saw the young lirico-spinto soprano Elena Guseva singing the role of Mimi. And I was definitely looking forward to this particular soprano because, as I read in her biography, she seems to specialize in a huge array of roles, even though she is still quite young, being in her 30s. In a lot of opera theaters, she specializes in both the full lyric and the spinto soprano roles, from the likes of Antonia from Le Comte of Man to Leonora di Vargas from La Forza del Destino. And from what I heard tonight, I have to say that she did not disappoint whatsoever. First of all, her voice had a rather steely quality. It had that typical metal found in any spinto soprano, but at the same time, she was able to sing certain phrases so softly and so elegantly. She was able to combine vocal strength with a lot of fine lyrical singing, and her timbre was absolutely gorgeous to listen to. It had that full plushness and that full bloom which made her stand out so exceptionally, and for someone who's still in her early 30s, she definitely has a brilliant future ahead of her. I cannot wait to see her in more great roles, whether they be Elisabeth from Tannhäuser, Elsa von Brabant from Lohengrin, Eva Pogner from Die Meistersinger von Nürnberg, Helmwige from Die Walküre, Gutrune from Götterdämmerung, Gräfin Madeleine from Capriccio, Rachel from La Juive, and even Valentine de Saint-Brie from Les Huguenots. I'm sure that she is definitely a great fit for each of these roles because of the plushness of her voice, the metal which is found in everything that she sang, and of course, the elegant tone which she managed to maintain from beginning to end. She was also quite poignant in terms of her acting. She was able to make Mimi a very loving yet strong-hearted woman, and despite the fact that Mimi was going to wither away because of her health, she was still able to find those few moments of strength which made Miss Guseva stand out superbly. So I have to say, brava, brava, and more brava to you, Madame Guseva. You certainly made a great impression in this particular role, and I wish you all the best in what your career has to offer. Equally as fabulous was the ever-exceptional Siobhan Stagg as Musetta. She also stole the show in this particular role, all thanks to her gracefulness, her overall beauty, and that charisma which she is very well known for. I have seen her career blossom into maturity. She did start off in singing a lot of the minor roles, but these days she is singing more leading lady roles, whether they be Blonde from Die Entführung aus dem Serail, Marguerite de Valois from Les Huguenots, Musetta from La Bohème, and even Pamina from Die Zauberflöte, and even Gilda from Rigoletto. This young woman certainly has made a name for herself in both the lyric coloratura and the light lyric soprano repertoires, with her beautiful, evenly toned, and well-focused, silvery lyric coloratura soprano voice. She was able to be so striking as Musetta, not only giving her great comic timing, but also a fine sense of drama, which made her all the more human. So it goes to show you, if you have two fabulous gals who specialize in these wonderful and iconic heroines, then you will also need two guys to sing their romantically heroic beaux, Rodolfo and Marcello, and two other guys to sing their best buds, Colline and Chaunard. And luckily enough, we had these wonderful gentlemen singing these parts. Starting off with Josep Kang as Rodolfo, he was, as always, absolutely flawless, both vocally and theatrically. First of all, he's been very well known for his youthful countenance and his equally finely tuned and well-focused lyric tenor voice. His voice shone like diamonds tonight, and his overall temperament was absolutely well measured. He had a beauty found not only in his voice, but also in his mannerisms, which made him stand out so effectively. And he did everything so passionately, so beautifully, so adamantly, and so charmingly that I was practically on the edge of my seat every time he was on stage. And of course, his chemistry with Elena Guseva's Mimi was absolutely gorgeous. Their voices blended very well, and they were able to enjoy everything they had to offer as fine singing actors. Then we also go to Marcus Bruck, who has returned as Marcello. And as to be expected, he was an equally strong performer, all thanks to his lyric dramatic baritone voice, which managed to sound booming, but at the same time very versatile. He was, as always, a gentleman who was so full of passion and so full of heart that I was practically involved in his performance as Marcello. He did a magnificent job in this role, and I give him a lot of kudos, not only for his talents as a singer, but also as an actor. He was able to bring in Marcello's trademark gruffness, and at the same time, he was also able to make him quite charming and quite fun to witness. Ante Yarkunitsa was a tall, sturdy, and handsome colline, all thanks to his strong and sturdy basso cantante / basso profondo voice and his equally tall, elegant, and masculine stage presence. He certainly made a great impression in this iconic basso role. And his rendition of Vecchia Zimara was quite poignant, and as always, he was involved as a singing actor. Philippe Yekal was a handsome and charismatic Shaunal. Even though this gentleman is my age, being 25, he's got a brilliant future ahead of him, all thanks to that sturdy and well-tuned lyric baritone voice, which made him stand out exceptionally. There is a great future for Mr. Yekal in singing all of these chivalrous, handsome, and debonair cavalier baritone roles, whether they be Conte di Luna from Il Trovatore, Lescaut from Manon, Enrico from Lucia della Mermur, Belcore from L'Elixir d'Amore, and many other great roles for Cavalier Baritone. This young gentleman certainly has a lot of potential to sing all of these debonair, dashing roles, and I cannot wait to see where his future will go. We also had such equally amazing singing from Jörg Schurner's handsomely tuned and absolutely fun Benoit, Peter Mals's characterful Alcindoro, Ya Chung Huang's lyrical and really beautiful Parpignol, and even from Sam Robert Smith, Byung-Gil Kim, and Emilio Portas. So overall, the singing was absolutely fabulous from beginning to end, and I have to give a lot of kudos to Miss Elena Guseva for making a strong first impression on me as Mimi. As I stated before, she embodied this character with everything she got, and the results were phenomenal. And the conducting done by Maestro Nicholas Carter was very fabulous from beginning to end. He made sure that the orchestra of the Deutsche Oper Berlin were all in order, and it was a great result. And of course, the chorus and orchestra of the Deutsche Oper Berlin were equally as magnificent. So overall, what a great evening it was. And this is also my final evening here, as tomorrow I will be spending the holidays in Helsinki, Finland. And of course, do expect some more opera reviews and even a ballet review and even some Christmas tributes and look backs. I don't know about the slams, but we'll see. So, this was definitely a way to greet the holidays with this particular opera, and it's also thanks to not only Elena Guseva's Mimi, but also to the likes of Shaban Stagg, Markus Brück, Josep Kang, Philip Jekal, Ante Kornitsa, and every other singer who did an amazing job. And for those of you who caught this particular production of La Bohème, what'd you think of it? Did you really admire Elena Guseva's performance as Mimi? Was there another singer who stole the show for you? Or did you feel like there was someone who stuck out like a sore thumb? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for my very first Helsinki review, which is that of the Zauberflöte at the Finnish National Opera House. And this is basically the same production done by the Komische Oper Berlin. So until then, good night everybody and happy holidays.